got some manly, hairy. Oh, look at that!
It's just because yours is darker than mine.
What are we talking about?
I don't know.
It.
Yep.
It.
We're talking about
Stephen King.
Why did we read it? Okay.
Okay, well, yeah, it's a book that I've always wanted to read.
Mm-hmm. So, when I was 8 years old...
I don't have as elaborate a story as you.
When I was 8 years old, my mother told me I could not watch it.
Okay.
The TV movie that's like 4.5 hours long. She said, I'm not allowed to watch that because it's horror. But then she left the house. And my dad said, I don't care what you do, because that's what dads
Good
are
old
like.
dads.
And I watched it. I watched every moment of it. It's 2 parts. And then I spent the next 8 years so afraid of everything that it pretty much ruined my life.
Oh no.
When I was, after I watched it, and then for 8 years after that, I had to have a dog in the bathroom with me when I showered. Because, do you know that scene?
In the bathroom?
In the bathroom where the guy, where he kills himself?
Oh.
I didn't know he killed himself when I was 8 years old. I didn't get that. That to me, Pennywise killed him.
Right.
So I was terrified of taking baths and showers for 8 years because I didn't know that guy just like committed suicide because he didn't want to deal with Pennywise and he didn't want to go back and he was scared. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that. That didn't register to me. I just thought Pennywise killed him. So I was terrified of showers. Every time I went to bed, I had to have a dog with me. I could not be alone at any moment for 8 years, and that's a long time.
That affected you hard. The thing that bothered me the most is the balloons popping and the blood splattering. That I remember vividly. Like that sticks in my head a lot when I think about that movie. Not necessarily the clown, just the balloons with blood.
Yeah.
That being said, having recently rewatched it, Tim Curry's scary as fuck.
He is still scary.
The movie as a whole is
so silly.
Ridiculous, but he is scary as fuck.
Yeah, he's scary in like such a weird, like over the top, silly way.
Yeah.
But he's so scary, and
I wouldn't want to come face to face with him.
No, and I should point out that the whole reason I wanted to watch it was because Jonathan Brandis was in it, and
R.I.P.
Yeah, Pennywise got him. Is that bad? No, he actually committed suicide. So then this year we finally got around to reading it. Amanda bought us $1 books of it, like
shout out to Half Price.
Yeah, Half Price.
Yeah, I found 2 copies on clearance for $1. Hardcovers, I should say too. And yes, we finally read it. Not that impressed.
I don't know
if it's because my expectations were so high that I was just completely disappointed. There were a few parts that I liked, but as a whole, I just didn't like it. And it makes me sad that I didn't like it, but I just didn't like it.
Anytime Pennywise wasn't a part of the storyline, I did not give a fuck. Let's just be honest. I didn't give a fuck. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't care about the town. I know what a small town looks like. You don't need to spend 300 pages telling me what a small town is like. Mm-hmm. I know what it's like. I don't care about all of the, I feel like we went through the life of every character, and there's like 9 characters. Mm-hmm. That's too many. Like detours, like the fire.
I
don't care.
The fact that it did that a lot took away the horror part of it. Yeah. To me, like it took away the scariness. Like I'm expecting to be scared, and it wasn't scary.
I wasn't scared at all. Yeah, exactly. Like you're saying, like Pennywise was barely a part of it, so I didn't have time to be afraid of anything because it was just. Yeah. I mean, it just went on and on.
I've noticed a lot I haven't read all of Stephen King stuff, but I read some, and some of the stuff he does, it's just a little too long.
It's so
like
long.
He could cut some stuff out, and it would be really, good, and I think more the horror part of it would hit you more if it were if it weren't as
I don't know what
long
he's
and
trying
dragged out, but
I don't know what he's trying to accomplish by all of that wordiness. Does that make sense? There's so much wordiness to everything. I don't need 50 pages of some kid's background. I don't. Just get to the horror. If you took out everything and just like had the horror, or had Pennywise, or like, okay, here's these friends, they were kids, and now this monster is back from, you know, them defeating him years ago. Great. Everything in between, I don't need to know. And I don't need the child fucking.
That was awkward.
No, not only was it awkward, it had no purpose. I didn't understand. Like, oh, we have to all fuck Beverly now because we're not children anymore? No, that's not how it works. Just because you fuck doesn't mean you're an adult. That's not how things work, first of all. And second, it's fucking gross that they just passed her around and she was like, come, I have to fuck all of you. What? That had nothing to do with anything. And I don't get offended by shit. But that was... I just felt gross reading child fucking, like, for no reason.
It wasn't easy. I get kind of, he was trying to get the point across that they were going from being children to adults, but they could have done it in a different way.
Yeah.
He didn't have to do it through that.
Teenagers fuck all the time. It doesn't mean that they're adults. These were 10 and 12-year-olds, and there's just no reason for it, and it doesn't even move the plot line along. What was the book we read by Jack Ketchum?
Oh, The Girl Next Door.
The Girl Next Door had purpose.
I don't know. Like, I'm fine. I read a lot of horror, so I get there's a lot of gross, like, sex and rape and stuff.
Yeah,
but it has a purpose.
There's a purpose,
or
there's some reason for it, or there's some, or it's titillating in some way. If you're titillated by
don't be.
If you cut that out, like, you don't lose anything if you cut that out. I wonder what editor was like, yeah, it's fine, Steven. Like,
this is a good idea.
Just leave in the child fucking that has no purpose at all.
I'm uncomfortable with the amount of times you're saying that.
Don't have me killed, Stephen King, because I do like you. Don't have me killed.
I liked Dreamcatcher more than it.
I liked The Cell.
Cell's good.
Nobody likes that book, but I really like that book. I read it 2 or 3 times.
I liked it.
Did the movie ever come out? That was a John Cusack.
I don't know. Was Pet Sematary 2 ever a book, or just Pet Sematary 1 was a book?
I don't think it was a book.
Because I watched Pet Sematary 2 several times because that had my first celebrity crush, which was Edward Furlong. So I've seen that way more times than the first one.
Your celebrity crush is alive. That's it. Thanks for ruining my childhood and teenhood, Stephen King. Yeah, fucking asshole. Don't have me killed.